So we begin with Adam and Eve being relational creatures. Remember, Adam can't name Eve. He's Ish. He doesn't name himself man, Ish, until he names her Isha. His own identity is predicated upon her. There is no Ish. There is no individual Adam without being in relationship to Eve, his wife. There's a great, one of these texts from the Pseudepigrapha. The Latin is the Life of Adam. The Greek version is the Apocalypse of Moses. They tell pretty much the same story. But her entire life, Eve repents to Adam. For as long as she exists, seeks out his forgiveness. Adam seeks out the forgiveness of God. And there's something important there with the two of them who will come together and pray. Who will come together in a relationship, but now what is their relationship predicated upon? Their relationship is a repentance towards each other. Adam not protecting Eve, Eve offering Adam the fruit. There's a reciprocal repentance that's there. That's really quite beautiful. But this is also supposed to remind us of in the garden itself. Remember, we went through some of those rhetorical questions. Adam, where are you? Adam, who told you that you were naked? And we set this up. Narratively speaking, when God is asking questions which he knows completely, that means he's calling you to repentance. This is precisely where we're going. When God says to Moses, no, just let me wipe them out. I offered to you that I think God is just play acting. I think he's trying to get a response from Moses. Are you going to be their prophet? Are you going to be the one who stands up for them? And so we'll see the same thing in Exodus. Even Moses, he has to change throughout the narrative. And we recognize how much stronger he became. I mean, my goodness, here he is speaking God as if speaking to fellow man. His face shines with the glory of God. But he didn't begin there. He began there saying, I'm not the one for this job. Leave me alone. Clearly there has to be somebody better. And God's anger flares up against him. Except it doesn't. He actually gives in to Moses. He knows it's got to be slow. We have to take them along. All right. And then, of course, in the David story, we're already starting to see all of these gestures towards repentance. In chapters 5, 6, and 7, what are we going to see? We're going to see Israel abandon God. Well, it starts in chapter 4, but really going to see it in chapters 5, 6, and 7. 7, they'll come back. But that's the whole pattern that we've been talking about here. And it's a very simple theological pattern. And my argument throughout this course has been, not only is it a simple anthropological, theological pattern that we see, exile and return, transgression, repentance, whatever, however you want to name it. But I also think it's very much, it's a literary pattern that we see there. I think the Hebrew Bible is predicated upon this idea of exile and return. And why? Why would it do that? Because God is long-suffering, compassionate, and merciful. Slow to anger. Exodus 34:6. We're reminded of this in the book of Jonah. That what God demands is he demands repentance.